These scenes are photographed by gun cameras of the attacking Navy planes. They show some of the damage inflicted on North Korean targets in this carrier strike. Most of the missiles seen are rockets and tracers. These attacking planes of the carrier Valley Forge are operated in conjunction with other units of the 7th Fleet, which left their normal duties of protecting Formosa to give air cover to the amphibious landing of the 1st Cavalry Division at Pohang. After this landing, made yesterday, these planes are now ranging far and wide over North Korean territory. The strike over, the planes return to their floating bases. These scenes are photographed by gun cameras of the attacking Navy planes. They show some of the damage inflicted on North Korean targets in this carrier strike. Most of the missiles seen are rockets and tracers. These attacking planes of the carrier Valley Forge are operated in conjunction with other units of the 7th Fleet, which left their normal duties of protecting Formosa to give air cover to the amphibious landing of the 1st Cavalry Division at Pohang. After this landing, made yesterday, these planes are now ranging far and wide over North Korean territory. The strike over, the planes return to their floating bases. Daejeon, 19 July. This city is the head of the highway and the railroad that leads to the last American base, Busan, 125 miles away. As American reinforced speed toward Daejeon, the battle begins, and on 20 July, destruction comes to this city, which has a population of 37,000. U.S. forces defending Daejeon are the strongest yet sent into battle in Korea. This battle is a major test. But U.S. forces in Daejeon face tank columns followed by masses of infantry. By overwhelming numerical superiority, the North Koreans breach the perimeter defenses and surge into the town. The Daejeon battle begins and ends in one day. Street fighting breaks out everywhere as the communists enter Daejeon. Unknown to many of these troops, the enemy is rapidly surrounding the city to a depth of 3 miles. When the order to withdraw comes, these men will have to fight their way out as Daejeon falls to the communists. But once more, precious time is being gained in the U.S. strategy of delaying action. 21 July, near Hamchang, 50 miles northeast of Daejeon, we see some of the first U.S. tanks in action. This is in the vicinity of a village called Sangyongdok-dong. Tanks are working their way to a position on a hillside north of the village to prepare for a possible enemy breakthrough. All along this northern line near Hamchang, the Reds have increased their pressure considerably since the fall of Daejeon. There is a slight lull around Daejeon as the Reds regroup their forces. In this area, there is evidence that a strong attack can be expected very soon. On this date, General Douglas MacArthur stated, quote, "We are prepared to cede positions with low defensive potential for positions that can be held with forces currently available and which can ultimately act as a springboard for United Nations offensives." "22 July, Songju, Korea, 10 miles south of Hamchang. 25th Division engineers are laying a rock foundation on the bottom of the stream to aid vehicles in crossing. This stream has become swollen by a recent rain. The underwater bridge will not be strong enough to support heavy vehicles, but jeeps will be able to cross safely. July and August are the months of the rainy season in Korea, and at this time a small stream can become a river overnight. On this date, the Reds have pushed on through Hamgyong and are now engaged in a drive toward this area. July 24 on the northern front, a 25th Division Heavy Mortar Company fires at the enemy. A gun crew fires a 105 millimeter howitzer. On 25 July, the Red drive in the southwest gets underway, but in the central sector, U.S. troops hold fast. Here, infantry watch United States planes strafing the enemy in the nearby hills. On 25 July, the North Koreans appear near Yongdong, 25 miles east of Daejeon. Sniper fire grows heavy. U.S. troops cover a bridge with rifle and machine gun fire to help the last units cross a river. At this time, the North Koreans hold a section of Yongdong, which American soldiers set fire to the day before. Some miles north, beyond this river, Red tanks are moving in this direction along the Daejeon-Yongdong highway. It is a tense time here. A jeep of the 8th Cavalry Regiment races over the bridge, its passengers firing as they go. On 27 July in Chinju, in the southern sector, a United Nations flag flies over a 24th Division regimental command post. North Korean captives are brought to this command post for interrogation. It is said that an experienced observer can tell what section of Korea these men come from by examining their feet. At the end of July, the North Koreans have lost an estimated 31,000 men. Up on the northern front on 29 July, South Korean soldiers make extensive use of natural camouflage. They are moving anti-tank guns to an orchard overlooking a road. Concerning these South Korean troops, General MacArthur said after a visit to the front that he was highly pleased with the offensive spirit being shown by the South Koreans after their initial reverses. Another tense moment in the work of the infantrymen in Korea. This is the first week of August. These men are moving out to recover tanks and armored vehicles left on this mountainous road near the front. There is occasional enemy fire, and the troops advance carefully. They approach dead enemy soldiers cautiously, alert to tricks of concealed North Koreans. Enfilading fire slows down the advance on this road, where a fierce battle took place a short while before. Knowing they haven't much time, the infantrymen push forward before this area falls into enemy hands. The North Koreans hold the high ground covering this road as the men rush up and recover the vehicles.